not just the mother of Christ. She's the mother of God. The Theotokos, a Greek word that literally means God-bearer. And realize this isn't a new title. From the first centuries of the church, you can read guys like St. Clement of Alexandria, Origen, and St. Alexander calling Mary Mother of God, or the equivalent, Mother of my Lord. And they got it right out of Scripture. Elizabeth calls Mary the Mother of my Lord in Luke 1:48 when she says, "And why is this granted me, that the mother of my Lord should come to me?" And this tradition of calling Mary the Mother of my Lord, or Mother of God, was continued in the tradition of the church. You even see it in ancient prayers like the Sub Tuum, which dates back to the 3rd century at least, and is probably older. We fly to your patronage, O Holy Mother of God. Despise not our petitions and our necessities, but deliver us from all dangers, O ever glorious and blessed Virgin. And all of this is pretty logical when you think about it. If Jesus was God and Mary was his mother, then that made her the Mother of God. Pretty straightforward, right? At the risk of sounding a little more technical, this kind of logic is based on a principle called the communication of idioms. What in the world is that, you ask? Well, basically, it's a principle that indicates that whatever you say about either one of Christ's two natures can be said of Christ himself. If Christ has a human nature, he must be human. If he has a divine nature, he must be divine. His two natures, the divine nature and the human nature, are united in him. You can't separate them out. He is one divine person. So, even though the Trinity is eternal, with no beginning and no end, we can still say that God the Son was born in Bethlehem and died on the cross at Calvary. Now, in spite of all of this, if you're in a discussion with one of our separated brethren about all of this and you try to make this point, they're just going to look at you cross-eyed. For most, Mary's role as Theotokos is not even on the radar, and it smacks loudly of heresy. So if this happens, just politely point out that historically, Trinity-professing Protestants accept the first 7 ecumenical councils, starting with the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD and ending with the Second Council of Nicaea in 787. One of those 7 accepted councils, the third one, was the Ecumenical Council of Ephesus in 431 AD, and it was a huge one for Mary. In fact, Mary's title and identity as Mother of God was officially proclaimed at that 5th century council. That council condemned a heretic named Nestorius, the Patriarch of Constantinople, who was claiming that Mary could be the mother of Christ, but not the Theotokos, not the Mother of God. Now realize that Mary wasn't really the person in Nestorius' crosshairs. He was actually attacking Christ in all of this, not Mary directly. He didn't believe what we proclaim in the Creed every week in Sunday Mass, that Christ is consubstantial with the Father. He didn't think that humanity and divinity could be joined. His take was that there had to be a distinction between the humanity and divinity of Christ. You see, Nestorius believed that anything human was necessarily corrupted by original sin. That's why he said Mary could be the mother of Christ, the man, but not the mother of the God-man. As we know, his teaching was condemned. And in order to safeguard the truth of the fact that Jesus Christ is one divine person with two natures, one human and one divine, the council declared Mary to be the Theotokos, the Mother of God. And it totally makes sense when you think about it. Yes, Jesus has two natures, one human and one divine, as we said, but he is one person, all God and all man, who has a real mom named Mary. And a mother doesn't give birth to a nature. As St. Cyril points out, she gives birth to a person. I mean, think about it. You don't see pictures of a baby's nature up on the mantle at Grandma and Grandpa's house. You see actual children. Mary gave birth to the actual person of Jesus, who's both all God and all man. She gave birth to God. If you deny that, you're denying the divinity of Jesus Christ.